Hello everybody, we are back out in the boat here, and I got the cover off. As you can see, we have some modifications we're going to do this year. This is going to be my new Livewell. Got it at Walmart, 17-gallon heavy duty little tote box here. I was originally just going to do a deck extension, but then I actually want like just a little bit bigger Livewell. That one's like roughly 9 gallons, really small. But I think almost doubling the size would be a lot better. I did some planning, some drawings already. You can see what materials I need, the cuts and just the framing and everything here. Basically, I got the framing aluminum pieces already here. Got it at my local store, Menards, 1/16. That's the recommended thickness you want for like a strong frame. This is the plan. Floor, carpet, and then we start the framing and the Livewell, and then just work on everything else pretty much afterward. Here we go. First day of stripping the carpet. First off here, we are gonna take off these seats and the board as well. I could actually just take off the board, but I'm gonna take off the seat just because I'm actually selling these. We're gonna replace these with some new ones. It's almost similar color. It's like a charcoal mainly, and then inside the middle part section here, it's all red. So those seats should be arriving tomorrow. And we'll take a look and see how they look. It should look pretty good. I bought charcoal just to match my my ortho deck foam here, and then everything else here is gonna be all red carpet. And we're also gonna put foam right here too, so kind of try to balance out all the colors here. But yeah, that's the plan. But for now, we'll take these off, and then now we're gonna strip the carpet. Okay guys, status update here. We got pretty much all of the back, old carpet off. We got on the little edges as well. This part is a little bit of pain right here just because it's riveted in. There's one rivet right there. And then I'm gonna take off the hinge here as well. And then take off the remaining carpet here. But we're pretty much almost halfway done. Taking off all the old carpet here. These wires, yeah, do not worry too much about these wires. It's, I know it's definitely messy. Not the most neatly organized cable management here, but we're gonna fix that pretty soon. That's my old current 6-gang switch panel there. I'm gonna upgrade it to an 8-gang switch panel pretty soon here, and then we're gonna do some rewiring and kind of fix this up here. We're gonna convert the old Livewell to either a storage compartment, or my buddy Drew suggested just make it into a cooler. Probably will do that because when we go out fishing, I always bring a cooler with me and my tackle crate, which is somewhere, I'm not sure where it went, but yeah, usually I bring those 2 items with me in the boat, so they take up a lot of space, and I'm out of breath just trying to yank all this old carpet off. Came off, not too bad. Got a little bit of cleaning to do there, but for the most part, it's we're making progress here. It's looking good. It's looking good. Just a little update. We have the glue gone. Did spray some over the back here. I kind of slowly just started scraping it. See the glue gone. Makes it a lot easier and a lot cleaner too, so I don't have to grind anything off too much, but I think it's kind of drying up, so I'm gonna have to spray some more, let it sit, and then while it sits, I just, go ahead and just work out some other stuff. Oh man, look at all this mess. I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit. I kind of got a little bit messy here just because I don't really care about this carpet. I'm gonna throw everything away eventually, but we're gonna have to do a little cleaning here. As you guys can see, I got to the throttle control, a little panel there, clean most of the glue off. Gonna have to do like another little coating today, just clean off all the little excess, the little pieces that are still left over. But The back side, everything is pretty much, I would like to say 90% complete. You can see, got a little bit of residue still. Gonna wipe it off, clean good, and then maybe we can start on this and the whole deck today. Whew, just a little update. I think I got all, if not most of the screws out. Again, really badly rusted here. Had to dig through all of them just to kind of give them some more wiggle room, but a little ground and pound and eventually got them out. It won't be as easy as I thought it would be to just, you know, take out the plywood, just because the foam is actually attached to the bottom. So I'm gonna need like a crowbar or something to kind of like pry it loose or something. We'll figure it out, but I'm gonna leave it the way it is for now, and I'm gonna focus on scrubbing the rest of these glue off. I sprayed some more glue gun on it. Looks like it should be pretty loose now, so we're gonna go ahead and start scraping. Let's get this out of the way. Pull my back muscles for this. Got it, guys. Alrighty guys, we are done with the back side. We're just gonna let it dry now. Should take probably 2, maybe 3, but it's gonna be a pretty cold week, so it might take maybe the whole week just for the resin here to harden up. So we'll come back in a few days, check up on it. But like I mentioned earlier, the weather's gonna hit, you know, the low 30s, maybe the low 20s at night this whole week here. But hopefully we get back up to the 40s, and then yeah, we can definitely work on the boat some more. Check it out, our very first carpeted wood. I did a pretty bad job underneath. I shouldn't even show you guys, but the top, as long as the top part here looks good, which it does, yeah, did a pretty good job for the most part. Learning curve, definitely. Again, the bottom is kind of ugly, but got to the point where the top part looks pretty good. Got the drainage installed. Had to get a new one just because I didn't have the right size hole saw. But I think this one's like a little bit bigger. So it should drain water a lot better. If I do fish in the rain a lot here and there. Typically, you know, sometimes the weather is kind of unpredictable, but if it rains, it rains. But otherwise, yeah, it looks good. Very, very sexy color. Definitely digging the red. I think it's gonna look super amazing once we get everything all set up here. But we are getting there. We are getting there. Update here, guys. We've been going to town on the carpet here. I've got this all nicely set up here. Basically 4-piece set, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We also have the console, the throttle control panel there, all set up. Very nicely done. I think I did a pretty good job for that part, but I didn't compensate for the thickness of the carpet, unfortunately. So on the floorboard here, I had to actually take off the carpet. I already glued everything, staple everything. I had to take it off. I shaved off like 1/4 inch. Probably should have done 1/2 inch at least, but it's still a little too thick. But I'm gonna leave it to the point where once I install in there, apply some pressure to it, it pretty much doesn't move at all. But on this side though, it kind of came loose. I did glue it, but I didn't glue it enough. I didn't put enough glue from the bottom section here, so I took the staples off. I unwrapped this pretty much, stuffed some more carpet glue underneath here, smush it up, and then I use some pliers to pull the carpet nice and tight, and then I re-staple everything here. So once it dries up, we're gonna put it back into the boat, and then we can start framing and everything again. But I have the back side of the boat all cut up right here. It's actually under this piece here. Don't mind the mess. I'm just kind of doing things step by step, just kind of audibling as I go, but we're waiting for this to dry. I am gonna do the front side of the boat right now. So I just measured this. It's about 2 inches by 56 inches long. So we're gonna get that cut, get it going, and then we're gonna glue the front here. And that's pretty much it for the front. And then yeah, once we get the floor, get the back, and I'm also gonna start doing some of the covers here tonight. Got most of the carpet done, pretty much. Just a little bit left to finish around here. My buddy Chilling came over here again and helped me out a little bit here. Kind of messed up here. I drew the Sharpie, I was measuring this, but yeah, kind of messed it up. But anyways, we got some of my leftover off the deck foam here. Did some measurements, put it on. It's a little stiff. I'm gonna try to close it just because of the corner of the thickness here. But with a little force, just pound it in, and it should stay stuck in here. Nice and flush for the most part. I am planning to drill a hole here. I do have some of those locking handles because this is my main battery compartment. I'm gonna have 3, should fit 3 batteries in here. I'm gonna relocate the fish finder here, but still have my kill switch in there. But yeah, should fit 3 batteries in there. It's be for my trolling motor, my fish finders, and my LIVESCOPE. So this is what this compartment's gonna be. It's pretty much done, and I do have to rivet that one back in, but the back side is pretty much done. Just waiting for the glue to dry. We did just glue this part with some carpet glue, so it's not that dry. It's gonna take maybe 24 hours, but yeah, it's looking good, guys. It is looking good. This is the white cap, the locking latch. So yeah, plan is it's on there, but for now I shift over to finishing up the carpet here. I just applied some concrete cement on this, waited a few minutes, and then started rolling the carpet over. But it's such a long stretch that I was kind of fighting back, so I marked up some got some of my plywoods here, put some pressure on it, some C-clamps on it, so give a few more minutes and then we should let go. But for now, what I'm doing is I'm just patching up these little holes here that I left behind. But just measure this one, cut it out, perfect fit. Doesn't have to be perfect just because there's gonna be a seat over it, but it's just to cover up any leftover aluminum shown here. So once that's done, we are pretty much done with the carpet. I think I should have enough carpet to I want a carpet inside here as well. The fuse box, I think I might leave it here, might just reposition it a little bit, but initially I do want to move the battery charger, the onboard charger, inside here as well. And then this side is just pretty much just storage, because it's not going to fit in there. It might fit actually, to be honest, but there's just too much cables underneath it. I do plan on putting my third battery in here. You can see that it's not super flush. It sticks out a little bit, which I think it's okay. Either that or I can cut the foam, but I think I'll just leave it the way it is. It looks fine, you know, should be okay for the most part. But yeah, it does its job. Lock everything in place, measure it. Basically, we are like kind of rubbing the carpet too, which is fine. It's fine with me. It's not absolutely, you know, 100% perfect, but press down, just turn it, and then see it locks up. And that's pretty much it. Got the key here. Definitely don't lose this key. All right, guys, a little update here. Just got finished drilling hose and just installing all of these. It's roughly a mock-up right now, but I think at the end of the day, this is probably how it's going to end up. We'll eventually test this just to make sure everything works properly, no hiccups or anything. But I start to finish installing, connecting the hose, the tubes and whatnot. But we're slowly getting there. I do have an aerator pump right here as well. I'm gonna install it. I'm thinking about, most likely I'm gonna put it on the right side. The left side has the recirc here, so basically it's, it'll be like pumping out water right now, but if you put it in here, it'll pump, it'll keep pumping the water back and forth. It'll use the Livewell water, just recirc it, and then it'll just kind of, recycle itself pretty much. Yeah, but nothing too fancy here. It's, I think it's a nice little simple setup, a little cheap setup. This is a 17-gallon tote box I got at Walmart for I think like 10 bucks. It's a little deformed, unfortunately. I wanted to place the recirc towards the bottom here, but I honestly don't think that's how you should install it. I'm not too sure. It's my first time doing this, but I think just because there's so much air bubble, going downward, it may just clog up the tubes and the hose and whatnot, so that might cause some issues with air bubbles. We're gonna install a second fuse box for all my fish finder setup. If you guys didn't know, just a little update, big update here actually. This is a LIVESCOPE mount. We'll talk about this later on once I eventually get to it, but as I mentioned, we're gonna finish this side up first. What's up guys? We are back out here in the garage. I haven't been recording a lot of my, most of my recent progress here. You can see I got the LIVESCOPE mount installed. Got some bolts and nuts and you know, nice and sturdy. I've been kind of just testing around, but that's probably the best spot I would like it to be on the boat. But yeah, we're gonna swap out the foot pedal tray, the recessed pedal tray eventually here. A lot of stuff going on, guys. We got our new trolling motor here. This is the ULTREX Quest. So this is the newest one, nice and big. And yeah, we're gonna install this maybe later today, but we'll save this part for later. Currently here, I'm focusing, just mainly trying to get all the wiring done. It's a little bit messy. It's actually really messy, but I installed a second fuse box that's gonna be for the fish finder, all the NEMA network stuff. Fun stuff here. So got the backbone right there, the little gray and black plastic pieces right there. I moved my my outboard motor to my previous trolling motor setup here. Ever since I decided to move the batteries, these are the two trolling motor batteries up front here. It basically gave me a lot of space back here, and plus it's extra, like I don't know, like 40 pounds up front of the deck here. So some less weight in the back here, which would be a lot nicer, especially towards the end where the motor sits. But yeah, the back compartment here, again, sorry for the mess, the back compartment here is just gonna be for the gas tank there, and I guess just life jackets or whatever fits in here. But like I said guys, we are just focusing on trying to get most of the wiring done here. I should be able to finish all the wiring by today, and then install the trolling motor and maybe hit the water tomorrow and just start testing stuff here. I was gonna seal this part here, but I think I'm just gonna leave it open for now. I think it should be fine for the most part. All I did basically was I had extra plywood and just put it in here. But yeah, bought two new batteries. I basically swapped from a big one to these two smaller ones here. It's the same, but it's just 2 banks. It's still 10 amps. The Locus Genius Gen Pro does a great job for lithiums. And then I got my circuit breaker here for my trolling motor. So I pre-made a bunch of wires last night. Rerunning the battery in a series, so that way we get 24 volts, 100 amps. 100 amps should be sufficient, should be plenty full for the new trolling motor here, since these are supposed to be 30% more efficient and using a lot less battery. So, and with a 24 volt system, this can go up to 36, 24. I can run up to 80-pound thrust, and that should be more than plenty for this boat here. Probably kind of overkill, but it's only a 16-footer. I fish a lot of rivers, and sometimes 50 pounds is just not enough to fight through the current, or even on really windy days on lake. But that's the game plan. Enough talking. We're gonna get back to some wiring here. All right, first one is pretty much done. Here's the negative. I'm just using my butt connectors to just kind of recycle the wires. Again, these are just a year-old wire. Honestly, I could just run new wires, but that's gonna be a lot of wasted money. So nothing wrong with the butt connectors. It's still gonna work 100%. Basically, I'm just shortening these wires here, so that way it doesn't like eat up too much space in there. But this is for the Livewell. We're gonna have to change the name here from Area to Livewell. But yeah, so this is how I'm doing it, running it, and then basically it's gonna sit in there like this. So you guys get the idea. So now we're just gonna have to do this 1,000 more times. All set up here. Just a little quick demo on the process here of what I'm doing. We got the battery fuse box, so battery cables are running to this. The wire that connects directly to the fuse box is connecting to the center pin of the switch right here, and then this lower pin is actually from the device, the electronic itself. And once that's all hooked up, we got the amp here, or fuse amp. I'm gonna put in the blade here. I think it's like 2 amps or something. Little amp blade, but I should have this if this is non-grounded, which it will eventually be running into the fuse box basically, and once it's grounded the light will come on. But just a little demo. I turn on the battery here. It should turn on. You guys hear that? So basically the Pokeball here is supposed to light up, but since this part is not grounded, it's not lighting up. So once I get that all fixed up, it should be good to go. Okay, a little update here. This is what the final result should look like. I got about half of these done. Livewell, aerator, recirc, bilge pump. The lights aren't hooked up. I did hook up the anchor, but for the lights, I'll work on them later. I do plan on installing some underwater lights for the Livewell here, so it should be pretty cool. I think they're like a green or blue color. I forgot. It's either one of those colors, but everything looks good so far. It's not going to be 100% finished by tomorrow, but I'm just going to get majority of it, the important stuff, and then we'll go do some testing on the water. Okay, I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then we're going to start switching out the recessed pedal tray, and then we're going to start installing the trolling motor. Guys, ran into an issue here. The Allen screws that came with the motor, they are way, it's like, I feel like it's a size too big. This is pretty much as far as I can go before it gets way too tight and I don't want to cross thread or anything like it. Look at that, look how tight it is. Oh my gosh, I'm about to stop by Menards or something, hopefully see if they have like a little smaller size, but yeah, so we're going to have to put the trolling motor on hold for now. This should be okay in the meantime, but I'm going to have to stop by Menards and see if we can get something going here. Trolling motor update here. I was able to get one of the Allen screws in. I went and got my little handy dandy, gosh, I forgot what this is called, but basically it rethreads it. These screws are, I did go to Menards, measure the screws, and it is a 5/16, 18, 2¼ inches. So I'm not sure if the threads in here are like super messed up or anything like that. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually kind of dark, but once I rethreaded it with this tool, it went in pretty smooth. Like I mentioned earlier, once I put the screw in, this is as far as I can go. Look how stiff it is, and if I try to force it, it'll just, you know, cross thread, it'll just mess up everything there. So I'm gonna fix the second one here, and then that way we can start getting the trolling motor all set up and everything else. I did reach out to Minn Kota. The first troubleshooting step is they're gonna send me some new screws. Most likely and very highly, it's probably just gonna be the same screw as the little Allen screws here. And it most likely still won't fix my issue. And then the second part was that I will have to take this mounting head here, the mount here, basically into an authorized retailer, and then they will probably most likely replace it. Because I mean, there's not much you can do there unless you have some sort of tool to kind of rethread it, which is what I'm doing. And I'm trying to go fishing tomorrow, and if I can just fix this, really honestly, it's not a big issue. If I can just put the screws in there, like, it's secure, nice and tight. So that's the only issue, is really, you know, I just can't get the screw in there. This is the second part. First part was putting the motor head onto the mount. Second part, getting the screws. We're gonna keep installing this trolling motor, and hopefully we don't run into any more issues. Honestly, once we get the head secure in here, we can lift this up and just start mounting everything, and then pretty much get going from there. See some metal shards coming out. Moment of truth. Second screw. I mean, should work, right? Got the first one in. Now before, I was only able to like twist it down maybe 1/4 inch with my finger, but now you can see, look how smooth it is. How it should be. And I don't have too much room to twist it anymore, but I can still pretty much go all the way down with just my finger. But I'm gonna save time. Little Allen key here, and just screw it in. Told you guys, easy fix, really easy fix. Now towards the end, it gets a little bit stiffer. I think just because of the metal shards are, you know, at the bottom, but it's still going. It's not. It doesn't require a lot of excessive force or, you know, twisting. Should be easy like this, you know, from the start. Minn Kota needs to get their quality control in check here. I don't know. Hopefully this, I highly doubt this is happening to all the trolling motor. It's funny because I was watching how to, you know, install the ULTREX Quest, and in the video the Allen screws were already installed, and the installer had to take them out and then put it back in. So when I opened mine up, I was kind of surprised it was actually in a package bag. And then we ran into an issue where it wouldn't go in. So, but like I said, easy fix. Not too big of a problem. Alright, I got the whole battery system hooked up here. It took me a little bit, but the wires for the ULTREX are 8 gauge. I did upgrade my system to all 6 gauge. Circuit breaker down there. I made this into a series connection, so we're running 24 volts, 100 amps. And everything should power on once we plug this in. Plug it in, and we got power. Very nice. Whoop. We got the constant button here. I think, is it turning? Yep. Look at that. It is turning. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yep. I'm gonna have to still have to install the prop and then start cleaning up here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to install the fish finder, but when we're fishing the river, we probably won't need the fish finder. But anyways, I might install it. We'll see. I might as well just stay up and try to finish most of this as I can. All right, new trolling motor. Showed us what you can do. We're starting at 3. I don't know how strong this thing is yet. Oh. The lift assist is too good. Look, it just stays put.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Out here testing the new ULTREX Quest here. All right, let's see if we can make it across here. We're at 7.5 speed. It's slowly pushing us through. Oh, we good. We are good. We are good. Chunky little dude. Chunky. You gotta find the mamas. Yeah? Double up?
Double up. Double up, baby. Double up.